All right, how to triple your phone sales with 2 simple questions. Now, for any of you guys that are private coaching clients, you will recognize this technique. You'll think back and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, that was when Dan Yoda mind fucked me. Oh, that's what he did." Anyway, this is a really cool technique that will allow you to really just hit it out of the park when it comes to phone sales. It's very simple, and when I explain it to you, you will understand exactly how this works and why it works. So let's get started. When you get someone on the phone, it's important that you set the tone and direct the conversation right away. Otherwise, the call can go down a road that does not lead to a sale. And that's not a road you want to go down. That's not a road that helps you. Fuck that road. We want the road that leads to a sale. And that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, once they're on the phone with you, they should have already digested some of your content and requested this call. That's important. They would have requested this somehow. And that leads us to the 2 questions. Hi, Tom. Thanks for booking this call. I just want to let you know I start every call with 2 questions. These questions allow me to see where you are and how I can best help you. Okay? And they'll usually say okay. So here are the 2 questions. Why me? And why now? What I mean by that is, Tom, why did you specifically reach out to me, and why right now in your life? Or you could say, why right now at this point in your business, or something like that. Or if you're a health person, why right now at this point in your health journey, or whatever the hell it is. So you ask these questions. Now, you will now watch the magic happen. And you also want to shut the fuck up and let them talk. All right. The first question, why me? When they answer this question, they will likely proceed to tell you why you are so great, qualified, or just plain awesome. Remember, they requested this call from you because they have already digested your content, which means if they actually went out of their way to request a call, they're probably already kind of a fan, okay? But you want to remind them why they're a fan and get them thinking on that because you're about to try to sell them something. So you got to get them in that mindset. Essentially, they are selling themselves on you when they answer this question. And you are just sitting back and watching. Now, if they respond negatively, well, I don't know, why the fuck are you so great? Then just end the call. Now, I've never had this happen personally. And if you acquire the call properly, meaning they digest your content and they request the call and your content's good, which if it's good, that's probably why they're requesting the call, then it should not happen. It should never happen, okay? If it happens, that means you fucked up somewhere in the process of acquiring the call, and you want to work on that and get that better, not try to get this phone part better. Because they should already be a fan. That's important to get that through your head. They should already be a fan. So don't try, I guess what I'm saying is don't try to acquire the call too early and be too eager. Make sure they're warmed up to you first. That makes this phone call part super easy. Okay, so that's the why me question. So they answer it, and they sit there and talk about how great you are because they requested this call, and that gets them in the you fucking rock mindset, which is necessary when you're trying to sell somebody something. Okay, next. Why now? This one's great. At this point, they will tell you every problem that they need solved that is most important right now. Now, your pitch should be on the fly and catered to this question's response or responses. So if you think they need more subscribers, but they answer this question as, I need better quality subscribers, focus on that and not what you had already pre-planned to say. Okay, this kind of goes back to the customer research thing. They're going to tell you what they want out of it. So if you offer 10 things and they only mention 3 that when they answer this question, focus on those 3. Don't run your mouth and go through all 10 and bore them to tears. Just focus on how awesome you are at solving those 3. This is super important. The close. Now this part's simple. After a bit of a chat with, the 2 questions that you asked. Tell them a story of one of your coaching clients or whatever, one of your clients with the biggest results, your biggest success story, basically. So, for instance, I might tell the story of Nat Tucker, who, went from selling 17 courses to selling 45 courses after she hired me when she did a launch. Or I might tell the story of Daniel Vega, who did $65,000 in sales off of what was it? I don't know, something like $800 budget or something like that. I don't remember exactly. I'll tell one of those stories, okay? And naturally, when you're telling this story, okay, because you're saying, you want to say, well, one of my coaching clients actually did this. So they might say, oh, well, one problem I have is getting leads. And I might say, well, you know what? One of my coaching clients, Danny, actually got 500 leads his first 60 days after he started with me, after he began, or after he took my course or whatever. Now, when you say this, when you ask, or when you tell the story naturally, the next question they will ask is, so how much is coaching? Well, how much is your product? How much is that? How much is your course? Or whatever. Well, at this point, you're letting them close for you. You're letting them do all of this for you. Okay, so if you suck at sales, this is the perfect process. So when they ask that question, all you got to do at this point is tell them what they get. This is what you get with coaching, blah, 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 blah. Or this is what you get with the course, blah, 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 blah. Or this is what you get with the product, blah, 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 blah. Then you tell them the price. Well, it's, $9.97 for this, whatever, da-da-da. And then you ask when they would like to get started. Then you shut up and you hope they say yes. Okay? That's it. It's simple, And a lot of people will say, all right, let's get started, I remember one time Gretchen, a German language teacher, signed up for coaching, and I literally asked this question before I could when would you like to get, can you take a visa? Okay, so you will have customers like that, and that's fantastic. Those are the best ones, But if they say no, that's okay too. This part, again, is simple. You have 2 options. You can add them to your Facebook group or your email list or whatever, however you push out content, and hope they eventually come around. And they often do, okay? Or you could get a little more aggressive, and you could run retargeting ads aimed at them, through their email list. So, you create an ad for people who got on the phone with you but didn't buy. And you can easily do that by adding them to a email list, or you take their email and you add them to a custom audience. Or if they visited a thank you page when they booked the call, you can just base it off the pixel with that custom audience, people that visited that page, either or. And you link that to several ads like testimonials or, blog posts or things that make you look awesome, things that show them that you got the goods. And you'll notice that several will reach back out to you over the next coming weeks or months with a new attitude. Trust me. I had a client, Jessica Fernley. She scheduled a coaching call, free coaching call. I ran her through some stuff, and she didn't want to sign up at the time. I don't remember why. I don't remember if it's a cost thing or if she had... I honestly don't remember why she didn't. It doesn't matter. Needless to say, and if she's listening to this right now, she's probably going to be like, that fucker. But yeah, I hit her with retargeting ads. I hit her with all that stuff like I do everybody else when I want to get a coaching client. And eventually, she just messaged me out of nowhere and was like, I'm ready to sign up. Let's go. And she did. She signed up for a basic package. I believe, what did I send out to my clients? I didn't have many that didn't sign up, but I think it was some interviews I did on NBC, stuff like that. Or actually, if I remember correctly, I didn't have a lot that didn't sign up through the coaching call. So what I did was I just pushed out basic retargeting ads to my list, and she was on my list, and that happened. And you can do that as well. You don't necessarily have to create one ad just for those people that talk to you on the phone, because you might not do that many coaching calls. If that's the case, you just want to do basic warm ads to, what I call warm retargeting ads. So you have your email list, right? So instead of sending out a ton of emails, you take your best content and you push it out with retargeting ads, and it just keeps you in their keeps your name in their head, keeps them seeing your stuff, keeps them warm, and you don't have to send out a ton of emails. And I do cover that in a lesson in this course. All right, guys, that is how to triple your phone sales with 2 simple questions. If you have any questions on this, don't hesitate to ask in the student group or during a coaching call when we do those. All right, guys, Dan Henry out. Okay, now I'll demonstrate. Here's my ads. Let them load. One more time, guys. One more time. Facebook ads that don't suck. There you go. I turn these off. And you don't even have to do this in the Power Editor. You can just go to the regular. Here, you can just go to the regular one. Okay. And this is the regular dashboard, right? And you go down here to, in fact, you know what? Look at this. I'm going to go to my client right now. I'm going to show you in real time. I'm going to do it. All right. So here we got these ad sets. So I'm going to go to reach. Oh, that's today. Hold on. Lifetime. Okay. So notice these were main. See, I did millennial real estate investors, millennial income. Notice that one sucked. That one was okay. This one's probably okay. So I kept these, but I turned them off and I broke them down like this. So what do we got here? All right. So we've got one conversion at 1049. We've got our 1,000 impressions. So I'm going to click on that. Relevancy score 5. No good. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to turn it off. Now it's off. Okay. Same thing over here. Let's go back. Relevancy score of 3. No good. Boom. Turn that off. I'm doing this for my client. You're seeing what I'm doing in real time. I'm doing it right now. Okay, 983, 363 per conversion. That's damn good. We're doing real estate leads here. So let me click on this. Relevancy score of 6. Okay, guess what? Not the best relevancy score, but I'm getting real estate leads for under $4. I'm keeping it. Okay, next, 209. You know what? I'm not even going to click on that because I'm getting $2 leads for real estate. So I'm not even going to bother with that. Okay, no conversions. I've spent $10. Relevancy score of 5. So what do we do, guys? We turn it off. Boom. Okay, going down the list. 344, I'm going to leave that. That's good. 197, I'm going to leave that. I'm happy with that. 1030, 738. So I'll go ahead and look at it. Relevancy score 5. So guess what? Guess what happens to that? That gets turned off. So where are we at here? 1030. Yeah. So let's kill that. Boom. Okay. And 516. Let's take a look. I'm not that unhappy with 516, but it has a relevancy score of 4. But because it only has 668 impressions, I'm going to let that one ride. I'm going to let it ride. I'm going to let it happen for a couple days, see what happens. All right. 1042 at 506. 4. Nah, I'll kill that. I got a bunch of good ads, so there's no need for me to keep going. So where are we at here? Where do we go here? So notice how many audiences I'm split testing. Oh, where were we? Oh, I got lost here. I do this in the Power Editor sometimes because it's weird doing it here, but because you can see all the data, but I'm just showing you. So that was this one. So I'll kill that. I'm not going to, okay. All these have under 500 impressions. So I can't see the, I cannot see the relevancy score. So I'm going to let them run for one more day until I can see the relevancy score. Okay. So now what have I done? Let's look at the top here. I've killed all these ads right here. Don't need them anymore. And I've saved a $3.63, a $2.09, a $3.44, a $1.97, and a 5/16. So forgetting all these, because I might pull 1 or 2 more out of this, forgetting all those, now I've got these. So here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to go to cost and $10 daily. I'm going to switch this to 15. I'm going to up the budget. $209. $10. Why? Because I want more $2 leads. Hell yeah. $344.
Got to get my client more leads. Let's up the budget. Now you're probably wondering why I'm not upping it to $100 or $50. I'm going to show you in the next slide, and then we'll get out of here. $363, $10. Could also bump it up to $750 for a day, and then 10. I'm being ballsy. $516. I'll bump this up to. I'll bump that up to $750. And $5. Oh, I haven't seen those yet, so I'll leave those. Okay, boom. That's it, guys. I've just done my job for the day. I get paid, thousands of dollars to check this every couple days and make a couple clicks and then move on my way. How awesome is that?
All right, guys. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use your auto client acquisition funnel. Now, basically, let me just set the stage here. Whether you got somebody from a curious student or you got a regular client or whatever, at some point you're going to get a pretty good result. It could be a huge result. It could be a little result. It doesn't matter. It could be everything from, you spent $90 and you got 12 new patients for a chiropractor to one like I've done here. This is what I would do for my auto client acquisition funnel. Because my biggest result, I would say, for clients anyway, would be how I sold 6 condos in one day using simple Facebook ads. Actually, I should put 1 week there. I'm not running this, so I kind of put this together just to show you guys. But I had a real estate client. I spent $441 in ads, and we did $900,000 in real estate sales in a week. We ran the ads, took them to an event at the end of the week, and they bought 6 condos. So basically, what I do here, and all this is editable, obviously. I have a simple landing page, and you can change the style of the landing page. You can do whatever you want. But, I have key things I'm going to show them. I have a little bit about me type thing, show some credibility, because I'm on TV here. It says Facebook Ads Expert. You probably don't have this. That's okay. You can just show a picture of you, or maybe a picture of you shaking a chiropractor's hand. Maybe you met them in the office. That would be cool. But essentially, you just want to go over what you've done, what your big success is. And you send people here. You can send people here from a Facebook ad. You can send them here from messaging them. Oh, yeah, if you want to I did this for a chiropractor like you. I have a whole case study on it. You can see it here. Now, the whole purpose of this funnel is to get the right clients, the clients that are not going to be a pain in your ass, and the clients that are going to pay. So if we click this button, it'll ask for the name, email, and phone number. So I'm just going to, whatever, okay. So now I'm going to go to, it'll take me to this page. Hey there, and it starts my video, all right? Now, I have a button set to appear at 42 seconds, just so for the purposes of demonstrating this video. I like to set the button to whenever I'm done with the video and I'm like, hey, if you'd like help. So if that happens at 9 minutes and 32 seconds, you would set the button to 9 minutes and 32 seconds. And I'll show you how to do that here in a second. But essentially, this button's going to pop up here in a second. This is the video, and if you watch this video, you'll be able to watch this video when you get the funnel. See, there it popped up, the apply for help. Watch this video, see what I'm doing. I'm introducing myself, I'm telling them about my result, then I'm showing them essentially how I did it. I'm not getting into super details, but I'm going through the process. I'm also teaching them a little bit about Facebook ads and why Facebook ads work so well. And then I'm asking if they need help. I mentioned what I charge. That way, they are fully aware that I charge. So, again, we want the right people here. So at this point, they watch the video, they see this button, apply for help. So they click it, and they go to the next step in the funnel. And the next step in the funnel is a client application, because I say, hey, if you'd like to apply, tell me a little bit more about your business, and I'll get on the phone with you and help you. So at this point, they're going to answer these questions. And these questions, and you can put testimonials down here. It kind of just, if they're sitting there and they're like, oh, should I finish filling this out? And then they scroll down and they're like, okay, this guy's I should fill it out. It just kind of helps them stay the course and get through the funnel. So the first question is, are you happy with your current marketing budget and results? Obviously, you want them to choose this one. And again, as they get through this funnel, you can look at their answers when they're done and make sure that this is the best type of client for you. I mean, if they answer the worst answers for each one, then maybe you just don't even want to bother getting on the phone with them. But we have yes, but I'm open to bringing more sales with Facebook ads. Yes, I'm not really interested in using Facebook ads, so we don't want that one for sure. Okay, and then no, I want to move my budget elsewhere to get more sales. So that means they're not happy with what they're currently doing. So they click that. Would you be willing to try something new or outside the box if it has already worked for a previous client with good results? So if they say no, I'm firm on my way of doing things, that means they're probably going to be a pain in your ass. So we want to avoid that. Hopefully they choose yes, I'm open to give it a try. Are you an existing business with regular sales or just getting started? Hopefully they choose existing, I close sales regularly. Existing, I close sales but am struggling is not great, but you can work with that. New business, I have yet to make my first sale. That's not good. That's going to be a pain in your butt, all right? So hopefully they choose this one. So they choose that one. When is a good time to call? This is completely preference. I mean, really, I guess if they say, please call me ASAP, that's good because it shows they're enthused about working with you. So at this point, if they click that, it's going to show up and it's going to say, awesome, just a couple more short questions and you can book your call, okay? So at this point, they enter their name, so we'll just say, I'll say Dan Smith. That's not my real name. I'll say Dan Henry. Screw it. Dan Henry. What is your best email? We'll just say Dan at danhenry.org. Dan at danhenry. Hold on. Dan at danhenry.org. 555-555-5555. What city is your business in? I'll say Tampa. What is your business name? Batman Rocks LLC. What do you sell? I sell justice. What's one sale worth to you, average and profit? I'll just say $9.97. Whatever. Obviously, you want this number to be high. So they hit submit and book call. Once they hit submit, they're going to be sent to a step in your funnel that will redirect to whatever your Calendly page is or wherever you want them to go to book their call. And that would be outside of ClickFunnels. You'll see. I hit submit. Okay, it says application submitted. And it says redirect to booking page. And boom, it redirects to my Calendly. And that from here they can choose whatever time they want. Okay, and you'll see that in your Calendly and you can jump on the phone with them. At this point, you'll jump on the phone with them. You will do the 2-question close, and when they agree to pay, you send them to this page, which is the next step in the funnel. And it's the Facebook Ads Marketing Service payment form. Again, all of this is editable. This is pretty cool. You can probably leave this. But this allows you to take payments. And you would obviously, in ClickFunnels, want to set up Stripe or whatever to make this active so that they can pay you. Or you can send them to a different payment page. You can take payment completely different. Again, this is just an option for you. Also, I like to put a CC authorization form. So if I click that, and you can make one, just kind of look at this and make one for you and link to it. But this is a credit card authorization form. So for some reason, they get whatever after you've already done your work and they decide to file a chargeback, you have proof that you had permission to charge their card. Okay? And you would put that there. So at this point, and you'd want them to email it back or fax it to you if you have a fax number. So once they fill this out and they hit submit payment, they get taken to this page. And this is like your onboarding page. And it has your information here. And it says, congrats, payment accepted. Here's what we need from you to get started. And then you just put in what you need from them. And this can be your own onboarding list. So for instance, I say make me an admin on your Facebook account. You can also put a link to a little video tutorial. You can make a video tutorial. It's best if you make one of you with your voice. You know, they've already talked to you. You know, you do a little screen share, a little 30 to 60 second screen recording video of how to add them to your as an admin to your Facebook ads account, or if you just you don't want to do that, you want to make a fresh account for them, you just delete this. But you just do a little video tutorial. Same thing for add me as a contributor to your Facebook business page, so I can post your ad. Again, you can link to a video tutorial. Enter your billing information into the Facebook account, advertising account, if you have not done so already. Again, video tutorial. Whatever you need them to do, you can put here. And then whatever you need them, like their variations of their logo, like for instance, this is for real estate, this particular one. So I put zip codes you would like leads from, written or video testimonials from. I actually got this from one of the guys in the student group. It was for real estate, and he had a really good onboarding list he shared with everybody, and I took some of this from him. I thought this was a great onboarding list for real estate, so I used this. But you can edit this and do whatever you want. And then here's a button. Click here to email me, and if they click that, it'll bring up their email client to email you. And that's it. That's the auto client acquisition funnel. So to go over here, obviously you guys by this point should know how to use ClickFunnels. You should know that you can go in here and you can edit all this. You put in your result, what you've done. You edit this to the things you're going to share in this. Make sure you edit all this for you. Make sure you change your meta information again for you. Okay, so make sure you do all that. And then as well in the video, on the video page, you go here, you hit edit, and same thing, change it to your whatever your deal is, okay, your result. And then on the apply for help button, I had mine at 42 seconds. If you hit 20 minutes and 42 seconds, it'll pop up at 20 minutes and 42 seconds. Right here, time delay. So it says fade in, so many minutes, so many seconds. So that's where you put that, and that's when the button will pop up. And what I like to do is I like to have that button pop up when I say apply, would you like to apply for help? Click the button below, and then it pops up, okay? So I'll hit exit, and again, here's your application page. You can edit all that stuff. You can edit the questions if you want. I like the questions. I think they're good questions. But if you click on that, you can edit. You can edit the questions however you see fit. Whatever. You can edit all this. Your testimonials. Make sure you edit all this, guys, because you don't want to sit here and put together a funnel half my stuff and half your stuff, obviously. On the redirect to Calendly page, this is where you're going to hit edit, and you're going to make sure to put in your booking information. Okay, so like for instance here, you want to click on the timer, and in 3 seconds it redirects to URL, and this is your Calendly link, or whatever booking page you use. You just put that right here, and that's where it's going to take them to book. Okay, so I'll hit exit. And then on the client payment page, you edit this once again. You put all your information in, make sure it's your stuff, okay? You put a little I always like to put a little testimonial here next to the submit payment. It just kind of softens the blow when they're about to pay, because nobody likes to pay, Put the URL of your authorization form here. Take that out if you want, whatever. But this is all here for you to mess with and for you to use. And then once again, on the final page, your get starting page or your onboarding page, you hit edit, you would go here, and once again, you would edit this. You can take things out, but this is basically your onboarding thing. So for instance, if they forget this page or whatever, you can send this page back to them, and it's your it's your onboarding list. You can send it to all clients at all times, and it's what you need from them to get started. On the click here to email me, all you do is you put your email address, and in front of it you put mail to : and when they click on it, it'll open their email client with mail to as the it'll open their email client with an email ready to go to your email address. So that's really it, guys. That's how you do this. That's how you edit and use your auto client acquisition funnel. Again, look at the video that I did to see what I did in the video and how I made it flow. Now, if you go to contacts, you'll have all your contacts here. And, keep in mind that you will have them, you can have them in here, or you can hook them up to an email list or whatever, however you want to do it, you can hook it up that way, okay? But your contact information will be in here, and you can hook this up to your Get Response, your Aweber, whatever, or you can just look in here. And that's the bottom line, okay? And if you hit download contacts right here, it's going to download, and it'll give you a CVS file, and that is where you'll be able to see. In fact, let me look at it here. Okay, so one second. Yeah, you can download a CVS. It's not showing in my window, but anyway, you can download a CVS of all your contacts from this, or to make it simpler, you just add them to your Get Response or whatever it is. But this is your auto client acquisition funnel, okay? And this is where you want to plug in your best result, and you want to run it. You want to go send people here, run an ad here. This right here will get you, because you got to think, by the time they go through the landing page, enter their information, go through the video, watch the whole video, hit the application, okay? Go and fill out the application, go book a call. By the time they get on the phone with you, if they went through all that, chances are they're really, really serious. And then you just close them and take them through this part, and you're good to go. So guys, I hope you have fun with your auto client acquisition funnel. And if you guys have anything that you changed that ends up working really well, obviously post in the student group, and maybe we'll update this and mess around with it. But this is essentially what I've used to get coaching clients, consulting clients, and ad clients in the past, to without having to sit there and deal with it every minute. I send people there, I let them go through it, and the ones that come out are the best clients that I want to work with. So it does filter out the tire kickers. All right, guys. And first of all, it's nice to meet you. I'm Dan. and your first name's Mohammed?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, cool. My wife's from Turkey.
Really?
Yeah, I can never say her name. It's Hilal, and she always says I say it wrong. She says it's one of the hardest names to say over there, but I can never say it right. Of course, she doesn't say my name right. It's Dan, and she's like Dan. So we make fun of each other back and forth, Cool. But all right, so I have two questions. So first, why did you reach out to me specifically to help with your business, and why right now? Like, why right now in your life, or at this point with your business?
Okay, well, we haven't really done any Facebook marketing yet. We've done other kinds of marketing, but not Facebook. And we know there's such potential in Facebook if you do it correctly, of course.
Yeah.
There's always potential to lose a lot of money as well. So I've done my due diligence. I did a lot of internet search on the right Facebook gurus, and you came up a number of times on forums, and so that
I am the best.
So. Yeah, so I mean, there you are. Then I got into. I watched your webinar. I liked your webinar, and yeah. So then I decided to make an appointment with you. And the reason why right now is because we just need to take advantage of the market. I mean, there's such big potential in Facebook that we've never touched. It's like a gold mine, and we want to do it correctly without losing money in the amount of a gold mine.
Right, I got you. So let me just go over a couple things real quick. First of all, really quickly, because I asked this on the email, but I didn't quite get the full answer that I wanted. I wanted to know what one new patient is worth to you, not just their first visit, but like just in general, like, I don't know, like how many times they come back. Is it a program?
It is a program, yes.
Okay, so what if you had to lump that all up, what would you say one new patient is worth to you?
Okay, I would say, let me lock the door. I'm in my little office. Okay, I would say make a good estimate how much one patient costs, it would be over a period of 2 to 3 months, about $750.
Okay. New patient, $750. So we're just going to say, for the sake of argument, one sale's worth $750.
Correct.
So let's just say for a moment that we were spending, we'll just say $10 a day. That's $300 a month. Let's just call it 500. So it would be 1,500 for the ad manager, and we'll just say 500 for the ad. So we're looking at 2,000 total investment per month. So with that said, a patient is worth $750 to you. So 2,000 divided by 750. So we only need to bring you okay. New patient, $750. So we're just going to say, for the sake of argument, one sale's worth $750.
Correct.
So, good. All right. So then our goal is here for roughly $2,000 a month, just total, you know, how we explained it. We got to bring you, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 new patients. All right. So let me explain to you the process, and you watch my webinar. So when my main business is I teach others how to do this. Okay. Every once in a while, I'll take on a client just because I like to demonstrate how this is done for my students. But I'm just gonna be totally honest with you. You know, my business teaching people is 6 figures per month. So I don't do it for the money. You know, I don't do one client for $1,500 a month. You know, I do it more to show how to do it properly for my guys. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, let me, I know you were asking about the free trial. Let me sort of give you an understanding of the difference. So we have industries that what I call no-brainer, meaning if you want to work out, you go where? You go to the gym, right? If your tooth hurts, you go to the dentist. If you're hungry and you're out, you go to a restaurant. If you want to drink and party, you go to a bar. These are businesses that do not require convincing. So you just got to get them in the door. It's very easy to have success. That's why I tell them, do the curious student or do the free trial done for my students. But I'm just gonna be totally honest with you. You know, my business teaching people is 6 figures per month. So I don't do it for the money. You know, I don't do one client for $1,500 a month. You know, I do it more to show how to do it properly for my guys. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, I know you were asking about the free trial. Let me sort of give you an understanding of the difference. So we have industries that what I call no-brainer, meaning if you want to work out, you go where? You go to the gym, right? If your tooth hurts, you go to the dentist. If you're hungry and you're out, you go to a restaurant. If you want to drink and party, you go to a bar. These are businesses that do not require convincing. So you just got to get them in the door. It's very easy to have success. That's why I tell them, do the curious student or do the free trial thing for these industries, because you're going to easily get them results like right away. And they're going to hire you. Okay. But on the other side, there are clients that are not like that. For instance, real estate. You don't don't have to use a realtor. You don't have to, do these things. Weight loss. You could go to a gym. You could hire a personal trainer. You could go to a clinic. You have options. But if your tooth hurts, you go to the dentist. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the process, and this is how we do it. And you mentioned not wasting a bunch of money. Okay. And it's exactly my process. I use a very specific process where I don't know what right off the bat. I mean, sometimes I get it on the first try, but I don't know right off the bat what the exact ad targeting copy is that's going to work and be the best thing ever for your business. What I know is a process to find that out quickly and for not a lot of money. Okay. That's how I get success. So, and it's a little bit of process. Like I'll ask more questions about your existing clients, why they came to you, what they really care about, some other things. And then from that, I will create a few different types of ads, test them, see which one is working well, not spend a lot of money. I usually tell people if it's high end, I say, give me $500, pretend it's gone. I'll figure it out within $500 and then we'll have a winning profitable ad. We just scale it. But for something a little bit more like this, I'd probably say 300 is more in the range. You know, I work with a lot of real estate and real high end stuff. So, they're like, yeah, $500, whatever, you know, because it's like to sell, that much, that many sales is worth a lot. We actually one time I got it, I knocked it out of the park and I spent $441 and did $900,000 in real estate sales. There's actually some articles out there about that. Lead Pages interviewed me about that and stuff. So essentially the reason why we wouldn't do a trial for you is because you don't fall into that category, and it takes us literally no work to get a chiropractor or a dentist, like literally no work. We already have the funnel. All my guys use the same funnel, the same thing. It works every time. So there's like no work, like, so, because we don't like to work for free, but if you're a chiropractor or a dentist, it's easy, boom, done. And you're like, oh my God, new patients. So then you sign up, you pay, because you don't want to lose that new money coming in. For you though, because it's weight loss, it's not, you know, people have options, gym, personal trainers, weight loss clinic. So we have to convince these people to come into your clinic. It's a little tougher, and it requires that process of testing, and that takes a lot of effort. So we got to be paid for that. So I'm just trying to explain to you the difference on why. I guess you reached out to a few of my guys, and a couple of them said no to the trial thing, right?
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you the reason why. Okay. So they weren't just like, oh no, go away. Like there's a specific, you know, strategical reason why. Now, here's the deal. I can get you results, okay? Because I've done it over and over and over and over and over again. Like, and my students have done it over and over and over and over again. I just got to find your winning ad. That's all it is. Because once you have your winning ad, you just run it and the sales come in. That's the whole point. But the process of finding it, that's like that first couple weeks that we figured that out. So what I could do, and I do this sometimes, is I do have to charge you the $1,500 because to set it all up and everything. But what I can do is I normally, it's $1,500 per month. It's simple, right? You pay for ads and we get $1,500 a month. Simple. What I can do is, though, I can do the $1,500, which would be upfront, but we'll start the 30-day counter, you know, like, okay, in another 30 days, you pay me another $1,500. We'll start that counter once we get patients coming in, once we get a converting ad. Does that sound fair?
Okay, so you're saying if it takes like 45 days to find the right ad, then it'll basically be 45 days for that period, not
if it
30.
takes 45 days for me to find your winning ad, I'm going to shoot myself. Okay. There's no way it's going to take 45 days. It'll probably take, honestly, it could take a day. Sometimes I land it right away and I'm like, good. Like I did that for an MMA gym just last week. We ran the very first ad and they're spending $5 a day in ads, and they're getting 1 to 2 new people every day saying, hey, when can I come in for a free class and try it out? Okay. I think that's great, you know, and we're going to up that, but the problem is he's only got like he doesn't have a huge place. So he's got to kind of like wait and get the memberships coming in to expand into the next unit. So we're just doing the fun. But I mean, for him, you know, it's a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu gym. It's like $150 a month. It's a higher end for martial arts. So he's super happy. But yeah, basically what I want to do, this is what I define as a converting ad. Basically I run the ad and I get people to come into your office for not an outrageous price. Okay. Like it's not gonna be $25 per conversion or anything. Now
sometimes I have a couple students that run ads that do get like $25 per lead, but their clients are selling things that cost $18,000. So it's all relative, you know?
Yeah.
So for you, I'm looking at $750. That's what I'm looking at. So I'm like, okay, I can't be spending $50 a lead and you close 1 out of 6 or something, because it's not really that good of an ROI. So I have to look at that. I have to say to myself, okay, I want to get, like, I like to get people in your office for about $10. Okay. That's because you're not everybody that actually.
No, I understand.
Yeah. Not everybody that signs up is going to actually come in. So this is the process usually. And this is let me just give you, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet, but this is essentially the process. They're going to sign up for something. Okay. This could be a variety of things, something that they want. And you know, for you maybe, and I gotta talk to you more about like what your first visit is. Like, okay, you said you did a liposuction thing, right?
That's one of the machines that we have, cosmetic machines, a non-surgical liposuction machine.
Okay. Now let me just give you a thing here. Normally with doctors' offices, 19 and 21 are a magic number. Okay. If it's worth, if in their brain it's worth more than that. Like for instance, chiropractors, we do a first visit, X-rays, and adjustment for $21. Okay.
Okay.
Now that's what I call a crazy discount, because that's normally a lot more money than that. Okay. But you don't want to go over $21 no matter what you're giving away. 1920, because that's something almost anybody can afford. So what happens is they're like, wow, they come into the office, they pay the $21, which the $21 doesn't mean anything. That kind of helps pay for your ad cost. You know, the point is they get their results, they get their X-ray, they get an adjustment, they feel better, and they're like, I want to sign up now. And now they're paying every week coming in. That's the whole idea. Okay. So what we got to do is we got to take that concept and make it fit your business. For instance, I mean, you're probably going to say no to this because I'd imagine this would be a lot of money. But if you could give away like a $21 liposuction, I could fill your office. Okay. I mean, your office would be packed, you know, that would be like my number one go-to, but I'm assuming probably you have to do other stuff for that to happen.
So let me tell you, we sell those lipolite packages with packages in sessions. So one session, they're not going to see any change. So if you go to our website, you'll see that we sell it in packages of 4, 6, and 8, because typically after 4, we've been doing this for many years, and we've seen that after 4 sessions, people start seeing a good change with the lipolite packages. Now, something we can do, we also sell vitamin B12 shots. We can sell them it's called a MIC B12 actually, because it has a fat burner. We can sell those for $19 or $21 a pop, the vitamin B12 shots. So that's something we can do. Okay,
okay. So now I think, and we're just brainstorming right now. I think the lipo would be better because everyone knows what the lipo is. It's a common knowledge. The B12, like I know what B12 is, but I had no idea it could be used for weight loss. So let me just roll with me here for a second. So you give away, let's just say for a moment that you did get a liposuction treatment for $21, which is a great offer. People, fuck, I'll come in for that. So you get them in the door. That's where you educate them. You say, hey, you know, my name is Dr. Whatever, you know, listen, this takes 4 sessions, but like, look at these before and afters. This girl's after 4 sessions. This girl's after 6. We'd like to do your first session today. You know, and get you used to it, you know, how it feels, blah, 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 blah. You know, maybe here's this report, here's some findings, or here's this thing. And what happens is they come in, they get a lot of value, they get educated, they understand it takes more, they get the lipo, and you can even say, you're probably not going to notice a lot, but this is how we started. Look at these before and afters. And then they're like, wow, this is great. So how much to get this? Again, boom. That's how you make money. Boom, 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 boom. So if you could do, I mean, obviously, if you did a free liposuction, you'd have a line out the door, but we kind of want, and I've done that before. I've done the free stuff, and it depends. Sometimes it'll work great, and sometimes you will get a lot of tire kickers, and you can, there's no rhyme or reason to it. Like some people think, oh, well, I'll get tire kickers. Yes, sometimes you will. And I've run free stuff before. Like there's been some dentists that have done free teeth cleaning,
and almost like half the people bought whitening. Oh, this guy had a cavity. Boom, that's $800. Oh, this guy needs a crown. Okay, let's schedule it for next week. That's like $3,000, and they made a ton of money. So, but then again, we've also done a cleaning for $19, and that's worked as well. So I just kind of got to know like where you're at, what you're willing to do, what you're willing to let me try, and we'll figure it out, man. We'll make it happen. You know, I just got to know what's on the table, what I have to work with. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no. I think what you said about the free session, I think that's great. That's something we can. It's a good start. It's a very good start with that. And then when they come in, we can upsell them with the B12 shots, the B12 tablets.
Yes.
The more sessions of the LipoLife packages, we can show them the regular price and tell them, since you're here today, we'll sell it to you at like 50% discount.
You got it.
I'm okay.
You got it.
I'm okay with that. I would be okay with that.
Yep, that's perfect. That's how. Do you know that's how McDonald's? Do you know McDonald's pays? I think it's like $1.08 to, because you know they run these advertisements. I don't know how they figured this out, but they run these advertisements for the $1 burger. Well, they pay like $1. No, it's $1.18 they pay to get somebody through the drive-thru. So you're like, well, they're losing 18 cents. No, because a lot of those people, they don't just get that $1 hamburger. They get an apple pie, they get a meal, they get an upgrade, and now they're making money. So it's like the same concept. So I don't think we should start right off the bat with a free lipo. I think we should start with a 19 or 21, because here's the thing. If that converts, great. Now that $19 or $21 is help paying for your ad spend. Okay. Like I'll give you an example. I ran a webinar recently. It was for my course last month. I ended up doing $104,000 last month in course, fees. When I was getting people to the webinar, what I did was they got a free webinar ticket, and then there was a $37 training called Pixel Hero that I upsold them on. So more than enough people paid for Pixel Hero that paid for my entire ad spend. So I got my ad spend for free, actually made some money, and got all the people to my webinar for free. So this $21, $19, yeah, it's not a lot, and it's really not a part of the big picture, but it does help pay for your ad spend as you get people in. So it helps offset that cost. Why not? Now, if for some reason that's not converting, then we can try the free. Again, we're going to try. That's this whole process. But I think a $19 liposuction, I don't know. For some reason, to me, that sounds amazing. Like, because I view, in my brain, I view liposuction as this incredibly expensive thing, So
and the fact that we call it non-surgical, people like that because it means that they don't have to go under the knife, basically.
Good. See, let me write that down, because that's something I will point out in the ad. And so anybody who's like, oh God, I don't want a knife, they're like, oh no, there's no knife. So I'll go ahead and sign up. Okay. So that's good. Let me write that down. So it's non-surgical, just liposuction, or do you call it something else?
Non-surgical. Yeah, that's exactly non-surgical liposuction. That's perfect. Exactly what it is.
Non-surgical liposuction. Honestly, man, I'll be quite honest with you. I've dealt with hard clients before, clients that it's hard to get things working. I think that this is going to work. I mean, it's like a $19 liposuction. That's a good offer, That's how you get somebody in there. I like that offer. So here's what I would do if you're. I mean, do you understand how this can work? Like, do you get how this can work?
Yeah, it's a funnel. I know exactly what funnels are. I know what click funnels are. Everything.
Right. Fantastic.
And yeah. So I know that there's an opt-in page, a front-end offer, a back-end offer. You just got to reel them in, basically. Yes.
So essentially, what I'm going to do here is I'm very good at making these ads convert, testing them, the right targeting and the right audiences, the right time, all that stuff. Obviously, it's what I do. So basically, what I got to do is I got to take this ad or this collection of ads or whatever, and I got to get you more than 3 patients per month. Obviously, preferably more than that, but I'm just saying 3 to make like anything after 3 is gravy is my whole point. So I want to get you a lot. Now, here's the thing. Here's what I'm willing to do. I'm willing to do it for the $1,500 per month. And what I'm willing to do is normally, like, let's say you signed up on October 1st and I started running your ad. The next 1,500 would be due November 1st. That's normally how it works.
Yes.
Let's say that you sign up on October 1st. I don't get your ad up till October 4th. And then I test it. I'd make some tweaks and it doesn't actually convert to someone coming into your office for a reasonable price until the 6th. Okay. And basically once you tell me, hey, somebody just, so somebody's coming into the office and they came in, they physically walked in the door. And then I look back at my ads and I'm like, okay, that didn't cost a lot. That's what I consider the ads working. Okay. And then we just keep doing that. Okay.
Gotcha.
So essentially it's going to be, to make it simple, when people start coming into your office, let's say that happens on the 6th. That means that your next $1,500 would be due on November 6th. Does that make sense?
I understand.
Now, for doing this, I do need something in return. Okay. I think by now I don't do this for the money. Once we get results, here's what I need. And this is so important. And I tell my students to do this with their doctors and stuff, but they always slack on it. I need to do a case study on this. I need to say, I spent X for Muhammad's weight loss clinic and he made X. Okay. But see, I understand how a doctor's office is. It's difficult to keep track of things sometimes. So I just want to know that you're going to be able to, at the end of the month, to say, look, Dan, these 9 or 12 or 14 customers came in because of your ad. I made this much money. I need that number, because if I have that number, of course, I'm going to do this ad. I'll probably ask you to jump on an interview and just 5-minute thing and just, tell me a little bit about it. And that helps me sell my courses. Does that make sense?
That's the easy part.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Because I mean, see, I'm not a big sales guy. I don't like to do Russell Brunson is. He does that whole big sales thing. I'm more listen, I'm just gonna go get people amazing results, and then I'm gonna email the fuck out of them with the results and show them retargeting ads, and they're gonna buy my shit, and it works. So I think it's much less effort to get you a result for your weight loss clinic and just show it than to me to rack my brain over writing this 10-page sales letter. So that's just my personal approach. So as long as you're willing to do that. Once we got these results, I'm willing to do this.
Okay. Yeah.
You good? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So to get started, basically you would pay your $1,500. Then I would email you a whole bunch of questions. I probably would ask you some more questions depending on the answers. I mean, I pretty much got everything I need right now, but I want to find out some stuff okay, how do people normally find you? How old, if you have 10 clients come in and 4 of them just sign up, they don't give you any crap at all. Are they male? Are they female? Are they older? Are they retired?
I know everything. I know all the demographics. I know.
Perfect. So basically I would send you specific questions on that. You'd get back to me. I would build the funnel, which would take anywhere, depends on my schedule. I mean, to build it, it only takes me an hour, but it's getting that hour in. 1 to 3 days probably to get that up. Again, you would not pay your second payment until we got it rolling and people coming in. Then we would have, once the funnel is up, I would communicate with you either over email or just a quick 10-minute thing here. And I would say, listen, this is how it's going to work. When these people do this, for instance, let's say they get a voucher for this liposuction cleaning. On the thank you page, I'm going to ask them, we're gonna upgrade them because let's say they want the lipo, right? So they sign up to get it. On the thank you page, it's not just gonna say, oh, thanks, we'll see you there. It's gonna say, hey, listen, thank you for downloading your liposuction voucher. Would you like to get this other thing for free too? If you call right now and schedule your appointment, we'll give this to you. So maybe it's a free
B12 shot.
B12 shot. Okay. Yeah. There you go. So basically they're like, oh, you know what? I should call now and make that appointment because I want that thing too. Okay. So basically, then also as well, as you get leads in, it would be helpful if you could follow up with them as well, because you will have people who maybe they quickly closed out of the page. They didn't see it. They entered their phone number. Life gets in the way. Oh, they got a call. Hey, we just want to confirm when you want to schedule your appointment. Oh yeah. And they come in, boom, right there. That's $750 that you wouldn't have had if you didn't take that 2 seconds to call that customer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, that does. So the price point for the lipo and the weight loss are different. For the weight loss, the price point of the patient is $750. For lipo, I would say when a patient does the lipo sessions, on average, they're spending about, I was doing this calculation, it's about $220 for lipo.
Okay. But so that doesn't, does that cross, is there a cross?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. The patients who come for weight loss, they want to strictly lose weight. And then the patients who want to do lipo, they just, sometimes it does cross. I would say 20% of the time there is crossover. But a lot of times the patients who want to do the lipo, they're the ones who have stubborn fat cellulite around their mid-gut or their thighs.
Okay. So
they don't want to go under the knife.
So you don't see, do you not see you regularly upselling them on the weight loss thing? You don't see that?
I do it the other way around, actually, and it's been working fantastically these past 2 years. I upsell the LipoLite to because most of since we are a physician-supervised weight loss clinic, we started out as a physician-supervised weight loss clinic. Then we brought this lipo machine in 3 years ago, and since we brought it in, we've been upselling them the lipo services like crazy. And it's been working amazingly.
Okay, let's do this. I don't mind trying a couple different things. This right here is easy money. So let's get this ad running, and then I'll also work on something where, because I mean, honestly, if they start coming in and they're upgrading anyway, reverse to the weight loss, then we're good. But
that's fine.
I would like to figure out something for the weight loss as well if I can. Again, I'll figure more of that out based on your email. I'll be like, okay, when they come in for weight loss, answer this, and that question. Because it's tough with weight loss because there's so many options to lose weight. So, we got to find something that is like, for instance, this B12 thing. If that was a common, I guess we could educate on it. Yeah,
Dan, a lot of overweight people know about B12. They love B12. A lot of them know about it.
Okay. You know what?
So,
are there any, let me ask you this. In terms of the B12 shot, is there like a pharmaceutical name for it or something?
We could just say,
I'm thinking targeting wise.
Yeah. We could just say pharmaceutical grade B12. That's what we could just call it. Like it's pharmaceutical.
Don't worry. I'll come up with something. I always I always do. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I got another appointment coming up in here in a minute. If this all sounds good to you, and this sounds like, I think you know by now that I'm gonna get you results. I mean, I have a crazy reputation for it.
Yeah.
So what I can do is I can hook you up with Stephanie. And if you're ready to get started, she can take your payment, and then I'll get you that email over. We'll get it all set up. And that's it.
No problem. Okay. So then the $1,500 is for you. And then how much do I have to spend on ads myself monthly for this to be effective?
Okay. Well, that's the thing. A lot of people ask that question, and it's kind of a weird question because my goal is to get your ad converting for low cost. If we're spending $500 and you're making $500, that's not good. We want to spend like $100 and make you $500. That's the whole point. Or in some cases, $20 and make you $500. So once we're at that point of, and it'll be because, obviously you schedule the appointments, they have to come in, and then, it takes a little time, that logistical time. But once you're like, okay, we're running this ad, it's converting. How much do we want to ramp it up? And I usually will spend in the beginning, I'll spend maybe 20, depending on the client, $20 to $50 a day because I'm testing, and then it'll go down to $10 a day and let it run for a while because you don't want to spend too much too quick. Facebook drives your costs up when you do that.
Yeah.
The reason it would be like 20 to 50 is because I'm split testing different things. So once we find the winning one will usually be found at $5 or $10 per day, or we might find 2 winning ones or 3 winning ones. And I always start with each one at $5 per day, and I let it roll out. So let's say we have 2 winning ads, and let's say at this point we're spending $10 per day on them. That's $20 per day. I would say, look, Mohammed, we're spending $20 per day. You're getting clients coming in every day. Are you good with that? Do you want me to up it? Because that's at that point the budget. I mean, I'm still going to charge $1,500 every month to adjust and tweak and test and make sure they keep converting and all that. That's what you're paying me for. But the ad budget at that point is more about how many new patients do you want? Like, do you want me to just stick with the $20? You're happy with what you have coming in? Or are you slammed? Do you want me to back it off to 10? Do you want more? Do you want me to up it to 50? At that point, it's totally up to you, because the ad spend at that point becomes irrelevant because it's profitable. So now it's about how much profit you want. You see what I'm saying? You there? Hello? I lost you for a second.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
I just can't. So I had an incoming call. I declined.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So do you understand? Like, so really the to be effective, that to me, like, I think like that's just let's get it to convert. And I usually can I can usually make an ad convert within $300, regardless if I spend it today, next week, whatever. Within $300, I can make an ad convert. Sometimes it's $100, sometimes it's $10, sometimes it's $0, sometimes it converts right away. If it's really, really high end, like $20,000 offers, maybe like 500, but once it's converting, then it's just gravy. So, I know that's not a black and white answer, but it's not a black and white process. So, essentially, I'm going to spend probably $10 to $20 per day until I get your ad to convert. And then I'm just going to ask you what you want me to spend. Because at that point it's converting, I can't spend $100 or $200 a day because Facebook will drive the cost up if I do that.
Gotcha. So on average, you think on a monthly average, it'll be about $300 to $500?
Yeah. I mean, again, it depends on what, I mean, we can spend $5,000 if you want. I mean, if it's converting and you want 100 customers a week or something, I'll spend $5,000. It doesn't matter to me. But it's more about like let's just say the first month we're not going to spend any more than 500. Okay, because I don't see myself spending any more than 500 the first month because we're figuring stuff out and everything. Now, if the ad's converting and you got people signing up like crazy and you're like, Dan, just fucking run it, like increase the budget. I'll spend whatever you want. You just tell me, So that's it. And then, real quick. So what Stephanie's going to do is she's going to, I just wanted to quickly say this. When you get on the phone with her, she's going to send you a credit card authorization form just so that we both have it on paper that I'm okay to charge your card. And then we will set up a separate Facebook ads account that's like a Dan and Mohammed Facebook ads account. So it's over here. And that's where the credit card will be uploaded so that you pay Facebook directly. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's it, man. That's all we got to do. And
no problem.
Huh?
And another thing, we have 2 offices, one in Fort Myers and one in Naples. So we're going to focus this on Fort Myers first. Since we have 2 offices, do you think you can focus? Do you think you can do this one for? Would it be possible to do this one for 1,000 first, and then if we get good results, we can duplicate the other one for another 1,000 as well? Because this would eventually be for both locations.
What do you mean? What do you mean for 1,000?
Instead of paying you 1,500, basically, to do it for 1,000.
No, I don't negotiate on price. I'm just being upfront with you.
I understand.
I don't. I'm just being upfront.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if it was like, honestly, like if I was just starting out, I might. But honestly, I charge. Just so you know, when I do real estate, I charge $5,000 per month. Well, yeah, what they're selling millions of dollars. We did $10,000 ad spend and $11 million in sales on a condo company. I mean, $10,000 to do 11 million in sales. That's why they pay me so much, is because if they didn't pay me, they would spend 4 times that in ads and get, and like you said, you don't want to go broke. Well, that's why you're paying me the $1,500, because if you don't want to go broke, you don't want to spend money and not get it. And I'm essentially getting you good clients for a low cost. I'm more than paying for my my services. In other words, you would spend more than what you paid me and get less results. So, you know, that's the whole thing. But no, my price is $1,500. If
Okay,
you wanted to do, and if you wanted to do a separate business, a separate one, it would be $1,500 for that one as well. I mean, if you had like something like 50 clinics across the country, we could then we'll talk or something. You know, I'll figure something out. But no, I definitely don't. And I tell my students too, I say, don't negotiate on price, because if you do, like, let's say you do it for $1,000, well, now you got to take something away, you know, like, because now you can't just do it cheaper. Like, I mean,
yeah, we can't, yeah, we don't want to take stuff away. Yeah.
right. Exactly. So, yeah, that's all you got to do to get started.